A lot of terrible points. I think one of the points I made was like, look, guys, he just signed Derek Jasper, okay? It's going to be fine.
Now, I did remember as a child being very upset when Jason Osborne and Alex Sanders were ruled ineligible academically at Louisville. I don't know if those names ring a bell to you or not. But, and I was so mad. This is at a time when, you would write letters. You couldn't go on Twitter or X or anything. And I just remember calling the University of Louisville because, like, they had met, like, NCAA standards, but not, air quote, Louisville standards. And I just remember calling and just complaining to the poor secretary. I think I was maybe, like, 12 or 13 years old. And probably looking like a fool. Almost as embarrassing as when I tried to complain to the Fox network when they canceled Different Strokes, which I had no idea was actually in syndication.
What do you mean?
One of my favorite shows growing up was a show called Different Strokes.
I know the show.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes different strokes.
I know the whole song.
Yes,
I'll spare you today. Maybe tomorrow, but I'll spare you today. And I love that show. Still do. It comes on Stars Black, I think. They like replay it like every day at like 4 to 5 o'clock. I DVR it and still watch them occasionally. And when it was on Fox, but I didn't realize, at the time, I think I was maybe like 6 or 7. It had been canceled in 1982. They were just showing reruns. This was early Fox days too, when the only programming they had that was original was like Married with Children, 21 Jump Street, Tracy Ullman Show.
Yeah,
but even pre-Simpsons. And so I when they stopped airing it, I was so angry. Like I called like what would be WDRB.
How old were you?
Like 7, maybe 6.
You called in to say you guys took Different Strokes off the air.
So angry. And
how did you even know how to call? I mean,
I love phone book. There was a thing called a phone book back then.
That's right. Those did exist.
You could look it up. You could pull out the phone book, big yellow book, and you look up and you call. I remember sitting on the kitchen table with the phone on the wall, and like being put on hold and complaining. And I don't remember what they said to me in response. Probably just humored me because I was a kid, and they were like, "What's this?"
But they didn't put it back on.
Never put it back on.
They didn't listen to the 7-year-old Trevor Kelsey.
And they have no idea where Fox could be today if they had listened to me. Like they may have survived. They may have become a flourishing cable company or basic television company. But
this was WDRB.
I guess because the I want to say they had just started doing like the WDRB Kids Club around the same time.
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
I don't know if you remember that.
I don't.
It was like this. They would that was I guess maybe later 80s because one of the girls that was in it went to Westport. Like she was like a year ahead of me, I think, or 2 years ahead of me. She's the one that used to sing into the pencil, Roadrunner video. Wow, what a difference. I'm still aging myself. There's like only like 5 people right now listening going, Trevor, I remember that. The other ones are going, Trevor, what did you smoke this
Trevor,
morning?
Is there audio on the YouTube stream?
There is now, yeah.
All right, cool. I was going to respond to a texter in the Gameday Mens Health.
Sometimes I'll hit the mute to unmute it, and I guess I just do it so fast I don't really
double tap.
I think so.
In the video industry, we call that a double tap. I've done that before, recording video.
Yeah.
Thought I was recording video, but you double tap record, and you're not recording video.
And I just looked up as I was speaking in that story and saw it was gray, and so I unmuted it. And to be fair, for those that were having issues, you really literally did not miss anything of it.
Yeah, the show is starting as of right now. There you go.
Yeah.
Kentucky is not just in the hunt, Trevor, for Nicolo Costa Rica.
From Costa Rica?
That would be great. We didn't talk a ton about him yesterday, but I talked with Spencer Smith about him, and he said he could be a 6'9" 2-guard. Because he has all the skills to be a 2, and that would be truly positionless basketball. Jack Pilgrim reporting late last night that not only is Kentucky in the hunt, but they may have taken over as the favorite, and that they may be on the cusp of getting this done.
Are you like the Mark Pope? Well, I was going to say European trend, but Milan Milovic isn't European. He's from Wisconsin, so
right.
It's kind of misleading there a little bit.
Yeah, the Momchilovich, it makes you think. But yes, this is. When was it? Last Thursday? I guess it was last Friday when this name first came up, and I was talking with Coach Ty about it, and I thought, okay, this is going to be a guy who's 17 years old. He's a 2-year player. He's probably not going to play this coming season. They're going to get him ready. It'll be like a Braden Hawthorne situation. I don't think he'd redshirt, but that's what I thought. And I talked with Jack Pilgrim on the way to KS Bar on Friday night, and he was telling me, oh, no, this guy's good. He's going to play. He might start. He's going to play. And the way that Jack Pilgrim is describing it, he's saying, think about if Kentucky got a potential lottery pick. That's how big this could be.
Who would he go down the road of John Rothstein and be? He's got so much game. This guy's got so much game like this guy does. The thing he loves to do on Twitter.
Compare him?
Yeah, yeah. How many times did I see Kyle Kirk reminds him of Dan Marley type thing?
Dan Marley.
I think he was just looking for a white guy who shoots threes in the corner, but that's just me.
This could be big. I mean, I thought that Kentucky's roster was done after Momcilovic. They had 14 guys, so that meant they have one spot left, and I thought they probably would fill it, but it would probably be just somebody that either was a project or somebody that wasn't going to play a whole lot.
That's not Mark Stoops.
What do you mean?
He knows he knows what it needs to win here at Kentucky to hang banners.
Mark Pope.
What I say, Stoops. My bad.
That's all right. I did it all last year.
It's not till 12:30 am I officially awake.
You got 15 more minutes, Trevor.
Story.
Got 15 more minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute myself then.
No, don't do that. I'll just be sitting here talking to myself. I'd much rather you talk and get stuff wrong than to be silent.
Yeah. Please make me laugh, Batman.
I think what a lot of national media are leaning towards here. I was reading some Kyle Tucker tweets. Kentucky's going to be a sleeper to make the Final Four without this guy. They're a dark horse. I don't think that it's somebody that I don't think right now Kentucky is a team that people will expect to make a Final Four. But now with this kid, I don't know. I mean, it's always weird, too, because you talk about these foreign players, and you don't know really how their game is going to translate. So I like to just look at what people smarter than me are saying. And they're saying, not only will this kid play, and not only will he play a lot of minutes, he could be one of the best players on this team. Now, that should change our minds a little bit, right, about how we think this team is going to perform this upcoming season.
Two things come to mind when you say that statement. One, if that is true, then why? And I could be wrong, but what other schools are in the hunt for him? And B, is that true? Because he isn't being headhunted by some other powerhouses, and that statement is true because your roster really is not that good.
He's being pursued by I think. Let me look. I had the list.
Duke, St. John's, Michigan. I mean,
I think those are the. I think two of those three are right there. I'm trying to. We had that post up when this was first announced. There were a lot of teams going after him.
Okay.
Louisville was in the hunt as well.
Well, they must be good because we only go after the best of the best.
Exactly. But
we do.
Yes, he's being sought out by several big names. I'm trying to actually find that right.
Can you remind me of his name one more time, please?
Nikola Costa Rica.
Okay, I just got to remember Costa Rica.
That's it. And I may not be saying that right, but TJ gave me some good advice. He said, don't waste time trying to get people's names correct.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Travis,
I did that when we signed Honest Mahmoud, and I called him Anus for 6 weeks.
Travis Branham did put in a prediction for Kentucky. Kyle Tucker said, this is what J. Kyle Mann said. Do you know who J. Kyle Mann is?
I do know. I spelled this kid's name way so bad that even AI was like, "Are you
who?"
wrong? Hey, he's like, no major basketball player is named Nikolai Costa Rica.
Do you know who J. Kyle Mann is? He's
not familiar.
He does. He reports for The Ringer.
I know The Ringer, but I'm not familiar.
Okay,
with
J. Kyle Mann does a bunch of videos for them on their YouTube channel. I got a chance to talk with him and sit with him during the Florida game last year at Rupp Arena, and respect the hell out of J. Kyle Mann. He's been on Sources Say with Jack Pilgrim a few times.
Okay.
He said last night, I think Nicolo Costa Rica would be Pope's biggest recruit.
Is he just that tall?
Okay. Didn't say tallest recruit. He would be Mark Pope's best recruit that he's ever had. And that right now, that's becoming a list of players that are pretty good. I mean, coming into this start with like Kentucky, Jackson Robinson, Colin Chandler. Those are guys Pope recruited over, brought him from Colin was going to BYU, then he got him to go to Kentucky. I'm trying to think of like the other like big names, not just guys who like turned out to be good.
I mean, if you're that good, you should be going to the NBA if you're this kid.
But he's only 17. He's not he can't go to the NBA.
Okay, so he can still make a good amount of cash in college for a year and kill some time.
Yes.
I don't know. He can still probably get paid in Europe too, but I doubt they'll match what NIL that Kentucky will pay.
Kyle Tucker said 2 hours ago, was hinting at this last night, and some of the numbers I've seen that it'll take to get it done are huge and probably worth it. So Kentucky may end up being the biggest spenders in college basketball again. But he said, but don't think the battle for Costa Rica is quite done. Props to Pope, though, for taking massive swings this offseason. We're not saying that this is a done deal, but it is sort of trending to Kentucky.
I think we're saying he's the best thing to come out of Serbia.
And he's the best player to come out of Serbia. He will be the best player to come out of Serbia.
Vlade Divac, suck it.
Eat it. Vlad. Who else? Who else is from Serbia?
Jokic, yeah. Vlade Divac
better than
Serbia. Him. I keep forgetting because that Serbia was I'm going to get Croatia and Serbia mixed up because that was the old Yugoslavia.
Well, of course, everybody does that, Trevor.
I mean, like Tony Kukoc, Dino Raja, they were Croatia opposed to. Hey, if you've never seen the 30-30, they were once brothers. Really good one, about Divac and Drazen Petrovic, who was also Croatian during the war, during the late '80s war during that time.
So this again, like the only issue that you are worried about now, if you're a Kentucky fan, is what does this do with a guy like Braden Hawthorne, who I just mentioned earlier? There are now guys on this team that if Kentucky gets this guy, which they should, I'm not saying at all, I don't get him because it could cause other guys to not play. I wondered about it last year. Was everybody going to be happy with the minutes that they got? We talked about it with Spencer Smith yesterday, about how chemistry is everything, is what Spencer said. I asked her how big of a deal is chemistry? How big is it that guys buy in? How much is that? How much more important is that than just having overwhelming talent? And he said it means everything. So last year, I felt like the team chemistry wasn't there. Well, one of the things I worried about was, like, how are you going to give everybody all these minutes? So that's the only negative.
Well, you could always start by not letting JQ play. That was good.
Well, that was, yeah, you could, that, and you can help when Jalen Lowe goes down with a shoulder injury for most of the season.
Yeah, but I don't want to make fun of somebody's injured. I'm going to just make fun of the guy that didn't want to play.
He was injured, too.
Sure he was.
You know what? I was like that too, Trevor. I was during the season. I never said it, but during the season, I was like, okay, are you really
injured?
Like suffering from some knee swelling, or are you just quiet quitting? Like, are you done because the team isn't doing well? Your dad seems frustrated. After the season and after getting to talk with people, I think the knee swelling definitely was a problem.
As James Caan once said in the program, there's two things. Are you injured or are you hurt? Yeah, exactly. Hey, look at you. You got my reference. Good job.
Patrick Murphy says he and Milan would make a great pair. They would. Again, they're not both foreign players, but that's two guys who can shoot. And a 6'9" two guard would be interesting. I would think that maybe, I don't know, I wish I would have pressed Spencer Smith a little bit more on that. because I think that he's got to play the 3. I'm already talking about him like they got him. They don't have him yet. I just feel really good about it. No, he has not signed yet, Trevor.
Oh, I thought he was on campus taking classes.
He's already at practice, though. No, I'm just playing.
Okay.
He's not. Somebody said, Trevor, download Tubi, and you can watch every episode of Different Strokes whenever you want.
Ooh. Well, I don't want to watch the ones where they add Dixie Carter and Sam. Those were the later seasons that sucked. But the first seasons are good. You ever watch Different Strokes yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was on TV Land and
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still watch TV Land every now and then, but it makes me feel even old though. It's like when I watch Nick at Night.
Yeah, and then the shows that were on
it's like
when we
Friends
were,
now.
Yes. Oh
like
no!
I grew up watching like My Three Sons and Patty Duke on Nick at Night. Now I'm watching like Friends and the George Lopez show, which should never be replayed on any channel. But that's no here nor there.
Coach,
watching highlights of your kid, by the way.
Coach Ty. Oh, you are
not your kid personally.
How does he look?
Not bad. He's got a nice little stroke. I mean, he just had a nice little cut to the rim right here. I mean, he does look a solid player. For a 17-year-old, I wouldn't have guessed it.
Everybody who has watched video of him.
I mean, it's highlights for what it's worth, but still.
Yeah. People who've watched and broke down full games of him that I've talked to speak very highly of him.
Yeah.
And I know that Jack and Jacob, they're in conversations with coaches and agents and scouts and all that. So, I know that that's where they're getting some of their information as well as watching video and trusting their eyes.
He'll play better defense than anything I've seen in his highlight reel when he gets to college, but the shot is always going to. It's like, they say
I think the goal
travels.
is still 10 foot.
Yeah, the shot will still travel.
Coach Ty said, here's the real question. If they get this young man, who gets the biggest hit on the depth chart? Because when we talked Friday, like you said, we didn't get this type of news. But if he is as good as they say, somebody's going to get pushed down the depth chart, and we're going to see this kid for 2 years, which makes this even better. That's the other thing. Kentucky's getting him for 2 years. I mean, assuming he doesn't transfer. But
or go pro.
Well, he can't. He has to be in school for 2 years.
Because I guess the rules you have to be 19 to go to the NBA. He's only 17.
1 year past his 18. What is it again? I forget.
Well, it's 1 year pre-high school graduation or 19.
Okay. So he will.
So if he graduates high school at 17, he could go in the league at 18.
The way that I understand it and the way that I think Jack Pilgrim spelled it out on KSR was that he cannot go to the league.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Do we need to take a break?
Yeah, let's hit that.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll talk more about this, and maybe we'll get some breaking news in the middle of the show.
Make sure I turn off the
Nikolai, Costa Rica. Will he be a Wildcat? We'll talk more about it when we come back on Kentucky Roll Call, Big X Sports Radio.
Life ain't fair and the world is mean. road, start looking for the end of that long white line. Gonna hit the road, start looking for the end of that long white line.
Man, I love some Sturgill Simpson.
I gave you a little Sturgill for the first hour.
Have you checked out any of his songs? Have you listened to him before?
Actually, this one and the one I played going to the first break.
I didn't hear it. What was the first one?
Oh crap! What was the song? One long line. Life Ain't Fair.
Oh, life ain't fair and the world is mean.
Yeah, because apparently he gave the woman a ring.
Have you ever listened to what is it? Meta Modern Sounds
I don't think so.
in country music?
I'm not. If I have, I was unaware of it.
That's Turtles All the Way Down is a great song.
Okay.
I actually think you
like this
Sturgill.
song.
I really do think you would like him.
I mean, I wouldn't have played it if I didn't like it. And I do, as I kind of told you, I just do the same person for two for each hour. So I have somebody else for the next hour. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I was like, I haven't given him any. I've been making him suffer through some of my stuff. I got to get him some Sturgill or some. I almost went to Chris Stapleton and got him mixed up again.
Can you do Sturgill the rest of the show today?
I don't have two other songs.
Okay, what if Turtles All the Way Down? Can you play that one?
I can look it up at one of the breaks, yeah.
All right, cool.
I mean,
That's great. He actually put out a new album. I don't know if you're familiar with Johnny Blue Skies. It's his alter ego.
No, it sounds like a kind of a Mortal Kombat character, but yeah.
It's a great album he just put out. And it was a few months ago, and he put it on YouTube for free for like a month. And that wasn't a month, maybe like a week. And of course, like I downloaded it, so I have like one of the few digital copies of this album because he only put it out on vinyl.
Now, have you seen this? Have you seen him in concert?
I'm going in.
Because you seem like a pretty big
October.
fan.
I've never seen him before.
Okay, and this is going to make. I'm sure the Texans can mock me for this, or you can as well. Like how current? Not current, but when did Sturgill Simpson hit the scene? Because I'd not heard of him until I started doing the show.
I think he had the album of the year.
That's next week.
In
right now.
which one is it?
Don't say.
What's the
don't
name
say
of the
before
album?
2020. Don't say before 2020.
2016.
Oh crap!
A Sailor's Guide to Earth. If you want to listen to that one, that's an album that I can put on and listen all the way through.
I feel like I don't have to do a lot of editing and for cursing, do I? With him.
There's very limited.
Okay.
He does a little bit, but it's more so on his newest album.
Okay.
His newest album, there is quite a bit of that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I'll let you play DJ today.
Okay.
You seem a little. You sleep with the parents. You seem a little like less energy today for some reason. Are you okay?
There's something about
because you do seem a little calm.
I'm very tired.
Yeah.
I'm very tired. I don't know. You know how like there's the first night effect, and I know this is the second night, but you go to a hotel. You don't actually sleep all that well.
Yeah.
Because your brain is like, oh, we're in a new place. We need to be on alert. So maybe that's what it is. I tell you, I do feel tired. What's that?
But isn't you're not staying at a hotel? You're staying at your childhood home.
I know. It's actually
where you lived until you were what, like 18?
19, 20.
Okay.
20. So then I went off to Murray State. I did a little JCTC first. Before I went away to school, but yeah, no, it was weird. So like, I was in my home yesterday, my childhood home, where we moved when I was 5.
Okay, so pretty much you grew up there.
I did. Yeah, we lived in Germantown for the first 5 years, and then we moved to that house, and it's changed a lot. We used to have carpet in the basement, and they got rid of that.
Oh, that's okay.
And there's a lot of
carpeting.
But if you go into like the little spots in the house, little corners of the house, it's like it kind of takes me back. It's actually, Trevor, was I think the first time I've stayed there by myself. My wife's at a work conference.
Okay, that was my next question, but go on.
So I stayed there by myself the last 2 nights, and I have not done that. And I don't know, like
high school,
maybe, but like I'm trying to think of when I would have been there by myself, and my parents would have been gone for multiple nights, or even one night that I wouldn't have gone with them on a vacation or something.
Now, is your childhood room still similar? Do you still have the same bed you grew up in?
No.
Are you staying in your parents' bed?
No, I'm staying. So my room moved downstairs when I was 17.
Okay.
So I had a. What's interesting, I didn't even notice this until yesterday. My younger sister has the bigger room.
He just now figured that
I
out.
figured that out 31 years later that they gave her the bigger room.
You're bigger than her, so you didn't realize you were that the room was bigger because you were bigger than her, probably.
Yeah, but I should
felt
notice
small.
that my room was a lot smaller.
Well, it's your little sister. Look out for her.
I'm not complaining. I just thought it was she's
Yeah.
3 years younger than me. You think the older kid would get the bigger room.
I heard a little complaint there, but that's okay. So
I'm not bitter.
So no. So which room are you? Are you sleeping on the couch now? I mean, can you?
No, I'm sleeping in my basement room. So the room that I lived in, the longest I've ever lived, the longest a room was mine was that room from 5 to 17, the one upstairs.
Can you not?
And now it's a den. But I did go in there, and I was sitting in one of the chairs where my bed would have been up against the wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is kind of weird.
I love watching on YouTube as you I can tell you just picturing it like in your mind the way you're sitting right now. Reminiscing, you're like painting a picture looking against the opposite wall right now, like glazing outwards. It's actually pretty funny.
But I went to yesterday. We did the show. I went down to my parents. They have like a little bar in the basement, and that's where I was doing the show from. And I didn't say this on the show yesterday. The Tuesday shows are weird because we're just getting into sports. We have 4 guests, and they just come on. I don't want to talk to them about other stuff. I know they got things they need to do, so I just want to get into the sports talk.
So if you like sports, Tuesday is your day.
Yeah. Tuesday is sports talk, 2 hours. We don't really get off topic, but
no Trevor Tuesday.
I did want to. I wanted to talk about it because I thought it was cool. I had this toy that I remember seeing the ad for it, and it was like a way to broadcast radio. You had to connect this little clamp to something metal. You had to use this antenna,
like a ham radio kind of maybe.
And then it would broadcast onto like a radio station, but only your street.
There was, by the way, a great King of the Hill episode where Dale Gribble did that.
Did he? Well,
he did 24 hours, but then he had to sell because he couldn't buy advertising because he's on the air 24 hours a day giving conspiracy theories.
I don't know what my shows were about, but I used to pretend to do a radio show.
There you go.
And so I thought it was kind of cool that I was doing that from the spot where I would pretend to do radio.
That's kind of it's eerily similar, but I didn't have that kind of cool toy. At my age, my grandmother was a teacher at Norton Elementary for years. Well, Bragdy to this day, she had Jerry Eves in her class. And she had a little, it still had Norton written on it, but it had a tape recorder that you could put a blank tape in and record your voice.
Yes, did that.
And yes, and I know people are probably thinking okay, to me that was cool. Then it was just shy of my first Nintendo, of cool technology that I had, and I would do sports reports and stuff on there. And do and break down wrestling and NBA and. Probably baseball at the time were the only 3 I was really into. I would
announce games that were on TV.
I don't think I want to hear that tape, by the way, at this point.
Oh, yeah, you do. How old were you? How old were you?
Somewhere between 8 and 10, probably.
Okay, yeah, you do. Because, all right, Trevor, I was going through some stuff last night, and I love that my parents don't throw away anything.
Nah, neither do I.
We have breaking news about the Kings. I'm going to get to that. Patrick Murphy just texted that into the Gameday Men's Health text line.
Would the Lions
get
steal
your
more
text
players?
in. 502-414-1450, the Gameday Men's Health text line. Get your text in. Let me know what you feel, what you think about Kentucky maybe getting the Serbian player, and if you have any breaking news like Patrick Murphy just did. But Trevor, I was going through, found this notebook.
Yes, I want to know what's in the notebook.
When I was 8 years old.
Which would have been what year?
1998.
Okay.
So
good year. I was 18.
I was in second grade, and our teacher had us do a journal, and all of my writings in here, almost all of them, even my creative writing, was all about Kentucky basketball.
Okay.
Even my creative writing, which was writing on a cloud, where this cloud said to hop on, so I did. And it asked, where do you want to go? And I said, to Rupp Arena. And so me and my friends jumped on a cloud, and we went to Rupp Arena to watch the game. But we had to leave. We had to get back home to go to bed, so we didn't get to stay for the overtime.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We don't know if they won or not.
I know. I had a very vivid imagination when I was a kid. But here's the one that I thought was funny.
I had a dream similar to that, by the way. We just didn't go to Rupp. But there was a cloud.
It was Kentucky versus Duke, 1998. So I wrote a report on it.
I remember the game vividly.
And it said Kentucky beat Duke by 2. And Alan Edwards says that gets the 1992 game off Kentucky fans' minds. Right. In 1992, Duke made a 2-pointer at the buzzer to win. The score was Duke 104, Kentucky 103. But Sunday, March 22nd, Kentucky got revenge. And then I wrote a whole report.
Now, this was from school, correct?
Yes.
So I have to ask, what was your grade?
She just put good story.
She didn't
and then
grade.
she wrote go Cats. It looks like I got something deducted here for not putting the date on my report on how Kentucky beat Stanford and Utah.
This is second grade, right?
Yes, this is also terrible writing.
Did we not give grades in second grade still at that point? I mean, yeah, we did in 90s.
Well, we did. I know that I took spelling tests and all of that. I know that she was giving us grades. I don't know that she was like really grading our writing too much.
You know what's sad is that's probably better well written than anything I was writing at the same time in 1998. And I was 18.
I don't know. Here, let's look at the narrative right here. Let's see. Okay. Alan Edwards missed the first free throw and made the second with 5.8 seconds left. Kentucky called a timeout, then called another timeout. Then Duke threw the ball in. 5 seconds. He dribbled up the court. 4. Then passed the center line. 3. Then stopped. 2. Then shot. 1. It hit the backboard hard, landed in a Kentucky player's hand, and the game was over. That day was also my birthday party. What a present.
So it didn't go in?
Duke missed the shot.
Oh, okay. Oh, Duke missed. I thought Kentucky had the ball for a second.
Sorry, I didn't. Sorry. That's the 8-year-old writing.
I think that's where she knocked you down a grade right there, as you didn't specify who had
exactly.
the ball.
Yeah. So everyone got confused as to what was going on at the end of the game. Yeah. No, this was fun. It actually there's so much in here that it kind of shows. I was doing this job my whole life.
Yeah.
I was reporting on Kentucky games my entire life.
And your earliest memories. So you were in, how old are you in second grade, I guess? You're 8 years old. So
yeah, 7.
Okay.
It's turned 8 on March 24th.
I mean, that's kind of your earliest, that's my earliest memories is like 7, 6, maybe a little 6 moments here and there, but mostly 7, 8 is when it really starts to remember.
When I was 6, it was all baseball. I did find a notebook where I was talking only baseball and the Cubs and the Reds.
I would have been baseball and pro wrestling at the only time, because NBA was roughly about when I was 8 years old, 9 years old, and then NFL was later on. At that time, I do remember the best part about that game was I was working a delivery job at that time for I don't think it's still open. It was called the Egg Roll Machine out on Bargetown Road. It was a Chinese restaurant. Great egg rolls, by the way. And a friend of mine hooked me up a gig doing delivery there, which at the time, this is before GPS. And I don't know if anybody knows, I have zero sense of direction whatsoever. Worst person to hire. Probably the absolute worst person to hire for this job. Plus, I was just not very responsible. And I would have to use one of those map books. Point of the story is I had to work during that game. And I didn't get fired for this, but I probably should have. I had to do delivery to the Norton Hospital, one of the hospital downtown.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the game on the radio as I was driving, doing these deliveries, and it was getting close to the end of the game. So I delivered the food and decided to stay in the waiting room and just watch the last 5 minutes of the game and everything. So it ended up taking me like a half an hour to get. I got back, there was 10 deliveries lined up. But it was kind of worth it. It was kind of worth it. That the '98 tournament, because I worked all during that delivery job during that time. That's my memories of that. Driving and listening to UCLA getting just demolished and Baron Davis getting humiliated by UK.
Yeah.
And watching the last of that game and watching Wayne Turner make Wojciechowski his gimp for in that game, watching it in the waiting room of a hospital. Well, we're surrounded by people who have to be there, and I'm just
were people there cheering on? And
yeah,
that's funny.
Somewhat a little bit. I kind of remember some people quietly cheering. It's you really can't be loud and cheering when you're in the hospital.
It's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, somebody's going to be like, what are they happy he has cancer? Like, yeah! So, I mean, you can only do so much. But
Yeah.
And then I wasn't cheering because I hated
Stage 4, but the Cats are going to the Final Four.
Positive, man. Hopefully you can make it to the Final Four with us. I wasn't cheering, though, because I wanted Duke to win. I hated UK. I despised it. Watching UK win was just like watching the Knicks win the finals to me. At the
That's
time.
all right. I pulled for Duke in 2013. Even when Kevin Ware's leg snapped, I was still like, everyone was, yeah. They acted like that was.
Respect, my friend, respect. That's all good.
That was the worst. Just everybody, like prayers for Ware. And now everybody, we have to put the rivalry aside. He wasn't shot. Okay.
He was pretty nasty, but yeah.
Oh, it was terrible.
He got his name in a little Dickie rap song.
He got he went on Letterman.
Yeah, he did. He was. I'm guilty of this too, but I bought like a 3 or 4 of the wear for whatever shirts, and like it was one of those times where it was a shirt I wanted to buy it, and even though it wasn't gonna fit me, like even the 2X was too tight, but I was like, I don't care.
You just had to get it.
Yeah,
you got to support the cause.
It's like when we went to the Final
Did he
Four.
get a ribbon?
I don't remember.
Do we have any like dark red and black, or the highlighter red ribbons for Ware?
He got a ring. Remember, they lowered like the rim and he got to cut the net.
Oh yeah, I blocked a lot of that out.
I was actually on the court during that.
Nice.
I had media.
Well, that's
I
fun.
went to that game as media. It took me forever to
You're
get
talking
down
about
there.
you're talking about the
13
championship game?
Yeah.
Okay, against Michigan.
I missed most of the Wichita State game because the media bus got caught in traffic getting there, and we got there at halftime. But I got to watch all the championship games standing because apparently the good people of Georgia gave away like 1,000 media credentials and only put out like 12 seats. So most people, like you, was like a musical chairs of fighting for media people to like find a chair to sit down in. It was pretty funny.
Des Moines guy says, "Where is your guy's redheaded stepchild today?" Jacob Polachek is not here. He texted me yesterday and he said, "I think I need to take this week off."
Oh,
and
did I do something bad?
No. It's nothing that we did. I
missed you.
I'll save it. There's a reason, but we're gonna.
Ooh, you working on a big story?
No. It's like I'll let him explain it when he comes in. It's like personal news stuff.
Well,
so
everything's okay.
I think so. But I'll let him come in and talk about that. Hopefully he can come in on Monday. I think he's going on vacation soon. That might be next week. So he may not be in for a little bit.
Well, when he returns, we're looking forward to it.
Me too. Local John texted in. He said, "John, here again, the roster of other teams could be full on roster spots. Also, NIL money come into play. You know this, Trevor. Let's call it like it is. Kentucky was down at one point in time in this recruiting season, from some people's opinion, and at some point in time, but now we are on fire. The haters need to. I'm sorry. I think you left something out here.
They just need the words of the tribal chief.
Oh,
knowledge.
just need the okay.
It's a Roman Reigns reference.
Explain it to me.
WWE. That's his kind of catchphrase.
He
calls himself the tribal chief, and when he does, he walks out and he says, "You must acknowledge me."
There you go. Okay,
it's his catchphrase.
All right, now it makes sense.
Good, by the way.
I should familiarize myself a little bit more with that.
What I'm here for.
Yeah, that's right. I don't need to. I got Trevor.
I'm here to remind you of 1980s sitcoms and WB reference.
Yes. So, I mean, like, we were talking in our group chat today. Mark Pope missed out on several guys.
Let me before you finish, let me this hater statement at you.
Okay.
And it is a hater one. Would it be, as my man Local John pointed out, shout out to him, I always love having him text in, and I'm going to beat him in fantasy football this year, that you're able to flash the money at this point in recruiting because the guys you're going after, you're kind of overpaying for, kind of like the professional team that has to pay 3 times as much for the guy to get him to come there because they really don't want to go there. Type.
I don't care.
Okay.
I mean,
what I'm saying is also but by doing that, you're also talking about guys that maybe aren't really as good as their money is worth.
That if that ends up being the case, then this could be the last year of Mark Pope. I'm just not I'm not going to worry about how much money we had to pay to get guys here.
Okay.
I get what you're saying, that if that is the case, then are you overpaying? Are you paying a premium for a guy who's not really worth a premium.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're getting a guy because you're overpaying him because you're overpaying what he's worth, and other schools are like, well, we're not going to give him that.
Yeah, I just think
this late in the game, at least.
I think that the Dodger fans have been thrilled with how things have gone. So I'm not going to apologize for Kentucky. It's not my money. It's not like I don't. If people want to spend that money to get these guys and have a potential championship caliber team, they can spend all their money that they want. It has no effect on me. I just want to have a basketball team that can do things that I'm used to Kentucky basketball doing since I was 6 years old.
If someone can waste $1 million bet on Spain, then someone can drop $1 million into the UK NIL.
So we can get Costa Rica. Absolutely. This another text. I've seen Sturgill 7 times. He is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
Wisconsin guy Carrico follows that up with Modern Sounds is my favorite, and the first one, all good though. Albeit Rupp too. Oh, there you go.
Well, now you can apologize to the Blues Brothers because now they're getting bumped from hour 2. I even did Sweet Home Chicago for you, but that's okay. We'll save it for another day.
He also said, "Good call. You'll like Turtles All the Way Down, Trevor."
Okay, give me my 2 songs for the next hour right now.
Okay, Turtles All the Way Down.
I thought that was an Entourage reference, by the way.
And then let's see, we'll do All Around You, which is on the album that won album of the year.
All Around You.
All Around You.
Okay, I'll look those up on the break.
The little saxophone solo at the end, like it really hits.
As an '80s kid, I love the saxophone.
I'm a big fan of it. I like it.
That was
Clarence Clemens.
I wanted to play saxophone so bad as a kid.
Yeah, dude, I know. Like whenever I listen to Bruce Springsteen's Double Land and hear like the Clarence Clemens saxophone solo, I'm like, that would be such a fun instrument.
I was thinking more of the muscled out guy on steroids in Lost Boys, but yeah, it's cool.
Trevor trying to cope with UK getting guys is hilarious. Steven, you're going to have to call him a wambulance.
I'm not coping. I'm just kind of playing a devil's advocate a little bit. I mean,
U of L paid Flory $5 million. I don't hear Trevor complaining about that overpay.
Well, for the record, I don't think no one looks at that as an overpay. He was the top recruit in the transfer portal. I mean, I know he's only 5'7", and Kentucky fans think that
5'7".
I mean, that's seriously at this point. That's what I'm hearing from
he just keeps shrinking.
Yeah, it's like, oh, who cares about Chuck Hayes, who was 6'6" center? We loved him, but no. Bagunda is like, yeah, he's going downward. He's like the opposite of Benjamin, whatever his name was, the Curious Mind of Benoit Benjamin or whatever. Benoit Benjamin was a center from Creighton, by the way. He was like a 7 foot, 300-pound center from Creighton. 3rd pick in the '85 draft. What was the name of that movie? Damn it, with Brad Pitt. Curious Benjamin something? Benjamin Button?
Was that what it was?
Was it Benjamin Button?
Is that the one where he
ages opposite,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Right, that's it. Benjamin Button.
That's what Flores is doing. He's shrinking opposite. He's going opposite.
I'm like Benjamin Button in reverse.
Yeah. I never saw that movie, by the way.
I didn't either.
I just know the premise. I did see Meet Joe Black, and that was a long enough 3-hour movie with Brad Pitt that I need to sit through.
Did you hear Will Stein on KSR yesterday by chance?
I missed it.
It was cool. Pardon my take was filling in for the KSR guys.
Not a huge fan of theirs, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, but they're big time.
I know they are. They're bigger than me.
Will is just everywhere this offseason.
Well,
every time I refresh Twitter, he's doing an interview with somebody.
That's what he's got to do, though. That's
selling the program.
Yeah, you got to, right? I mean, that's kind of part of the gig. Is it not? I mean,
it is. Yeah. It is. But like,
I mean, if you're
certain
Alabama,
coaches,
maybe less.
They stopped doing that stuff. And yeah, I think this is how you land recruits. This is how you make people aware of what you're building, especially because like he's out there recruiting right now. He's been recruiting this since he got there, and there's no games yet. So it's just a vision. It's just like it's a hypothetical vision of what his program will be like. But he's out there telling people what he believes it will look like. Kentucky's going to end up hiring Will Stein, and it's going to break my heart. And
it's like a minor league like revenge for Pitino, kind of. Like obviously, and I'm not going to compare the Pitino coming to Louisville. And there was
if Pitino grew up a Louisville fan, then yeah, I guess so.
But I mean, he, as you pointed out in your great video on KSR, he kind of rebuilt Kentucky. Obviously, I mean, he took you from the ashes and brought you back up from what was the Eddie Sutton sending money over to Chris Mills.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of like the adopted stepfather.
Do you think Eddie Sutton would have won a title at Kentucky if none of that happened? Do you think there would have he's a Hall of Fame coach?
Yeah, he took two schools to the Final Four, Arkansas and Oklahoma State, both good runs. I mean, he was really great at Arkansas as well. Oklahoma State, excuse me. I mean, if you think about, let's the what ifs. I mean, you keep Chris Mills on that team, who I believe for the longest time was the only UK player with a triple double, and was a really good player at Arizona as well. You had the kid that went to Syracuse. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on his name now. The big man. But you also would have had, assuming that Sean Sutton doesn't lose the necklace in a poker game, supposedly.
Yeah.
You have Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
True.
Forgot about that.
You had, you had Mills, and you had, how am I forgetting the guy's name that went to transferred to Syracuse, the big man? Texter, somebody please help me on this. But if you had, that's your front line, Kemp, Mills, and the kid, I can't remember his name, who was a good college player and played in the NBA briefly. That's a scare. Even with Sean Sutton, that's a team that can threaten. And Sean Sutton sucked. He wasn't, Tubby's Gigi Smith bad, but he wasn't good.
In my notebook here, I got a story about Gigi Smith. I'm not even joking.
The highlight of him winning the Kentucky high school basketball championship at Lexington, maybe?
Did
he win? I can't remember if they won or not now.
It was about how it was when Kentucky played they played Georgia.
Okay.
And so Gigi and Saul were on the floor at the same time.
I should have said Saul instead of Gigi. That was mean.
I wrote in 1998, this is my report on that game. Last night, Kentucky's coach, Tubby Smith, had two sons playing on the basketball court. One son played for Georgia, and his name was Gigi Smith. The other son played for Kentucky, and his name was Saul Smith. This was the first time this had ever happened. Tubby was proud of both of his sons and glad that Kentucky won 90-73.
Oh, I thought Gigi went to the UK, though. Didn't he go to UK?
No, he stayed at Georgia.
Did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, wasn't there a third one, though, that played in high school while Tubby was at UK? I thought that was Gigi. He won it. Didn't he win?
Was there a Brian Smith?
Because I think didn't he win a state title like at Lexington, like prep school? Or whatever?
Thought that Gigi was the older one.
Yeah, and that you're probably right. And I was Mexican.
I guess he could have because when did Tubby leave Kentucky? As an assistant.
Oh, I can't.
So maybe he played in Lexington when Tubby was an assistant under Rick.
I was thinking I thought it was when he was head coach of UK. I could be wrong. Those were some hazy days. So I could be.
It's got to be that. It's got to be when he was an assistant because this was 1998 when he was still at Georgia. So in Tubby's first year was 97-98.
But does Tubby have a third son?
He does. The youngest son was a point guard at Ole Miss.
Didn't say what's his name?
Brian Smith.
Okay, I think that might be the one I'm thinking. He played at Lexington, right?
Okay, I don't know that, but a little bit before my time.
That's all right.
We will take a break.
I'm still trying to figure out the name of that damn center that transferred to Syracuse.
Look it up. Look up the roster.
The internet's moving a little slow here. I'm trying to find it.
All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. Second hour of Kentucky Roll Call coming up. Got a lot more to talk about, and we're going to keep you posted on any breaking news that could happen. Could Mark Pope get another big fish to add to his roster and finalize this thing? We'll talk about it in a little bit more when we come back on Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio.
Tell 'em I'm somewhere looking for
Welcome back. Second hour of Kentucky Roll Call here on Big X Sports Radio. Trevor Kelsey producing this. Trevor, did you see the news that song that's playing right there, Grove Street, might be retired this coming season? I think it's just going to be a Mark Stoops era thing. So,
was Will Stein going to have his own song?
Yeah, I guess. The reason that worked so well is because it just happened organically. Like, no one decided, we're just going to play that song when the team comes out. They played it, I think it was on the kickoff after the pick six against South Carolina in 2014. And the players are all dancing at the kickoff. And that was the Mark Stoops calling into KSR saying, we're just getting started, bro.
Which used to be on our Hour 2 open.
Yeah. And so I don't know that I don't want it to be forced. I love that it was organic, but I do agree that we need to move on.
I don't know. I mean, that's if you do that, then no one has traditions, right? I mean,
yeah, that's the other argument is that the thing is, like, I like the song. I like it. I think I think you got to keep playing it. I just don't know that they'll come out to it anymore.
Yeah, but you should still use it. I mean, like, I don't know, like Louisville, I know, like, to me, I always think of Louisville, I think of the
No, are you ready?
Yeah.
No, are you ready? That's terrible.
We ready.
I think of B. Sims. Now, are you ready?
I remember going to the Florida State. I mean, the first time I remember hearing that song was when we beat Florida State in the rain game. And
yeah.
I had my tickets because I got them through Broderick Clark.
They tore the goalpost down and they took it out of the stadium.
There. I was on the court. I was on the field trying to bring it down. I didn't succeed because I was way too drunk. But that's another story for another day of how I found my car later on.
Sounds like a good. We're gonna do some storytelling.
Scared a Florida State woman to death. She's gonna have a heart attack. Didn't care because again I'm like 22 and drunk.
But that's
the song. But I know that now it's like what's the song they play now in the fourth
They used
quarter?
to do. I know they also used to do Who Let the Dogs Out.
No. That Louisville. Mike is going to be some. Oh, the Joker song. The one they play for Hangover. That's the Joker and the Thief. That's kind of become a new thing for Louisville. But to me, it's always the Archie song. I remember being at a UK game once and they played the Who Let the Dogs Out, and me and my friend were doing it, and this woman who had season tickets in front of us, older woman, God love her, she turned around, she goes, "Shouldn't it be Who Let the Cats Out?"
Yeah,
and she was like, "Meow, meow, meow, meow," and I started doing.
No, we used to. We
were so high.
We used to play Cotton Eye Joe at games when I was growing up, or they would dub or they had somebody redo the "We're from the country" or "I'm from the country, we like it that way." I can't remember the name of the song, but it was "Touchdown Kentucky" and I like it that way, like that.
I know that song. I remember.
Yeah, it was terrible. So having a fun song that the players liked and the fans liked, I really don't want it to be retired completely, but it does feel like a Stoops era thing. I know when we played Virginia Tech in the Belk Bowl, I thought it was so cool because they were coming out to what is theirs? Enter Sandman?
I think. Oh yeah, Virginia Tech. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting that right.
No, you're close.
Okay.
Say your prayers, son, my son.
And they had their pom-poms, and they're going crazy. And then here come the Virginia Tech players. And then once they get on the field, Grove Street starts playing, and the Kentucky fans are going crazy. And I was like, there we go. We finally have tradition. We have culture. I just hope that when we come up with a new song that we don't just, let's use Thunderstruck. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not even hating on Thunderstruck, but I'm just saying. Like,
I thought you were going to say Sandstorm. That's the South Carolina
South
song.
Carolina's, yeah. I just hope that we find something that really works and that is somewhat organic. And it was rare that we got, I mean, like, it's not the best song, Grove Street. I don't think it's.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's a good song or a bad song. So a lot of people probably don't like the Metallica song, maybe. I liked it, but that's no here nor there. It should be just whatever you embrace and what is yours. I mean, that is what makes it cool. Who cares what everybody, the fact that maybe everyone else in the nation ears bleed when they hear Sandstorm, and they should. It does. That to me, if I'm a South Carolina fan, that's what makes me want to almost embrace it more as my own.
Get your text into the Gameday Men's Health text line 502-414-1450. Gameday Men's Health, they are redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, and sexual performance therapy. Visit GameDayMensHealth.com, where they're defining a new era in men's health. And get into the Game Day Men's Health text line. Let me know. Let Trevor and I know, what song do you want to have Kentucky come out to kick off the Will Stein era?
I will say this. One, the player's name was LaRon Ellis. I learned it at the break.
You know,
and two,
yes,
if you
somebody texted me or messaged me on Twitter about it too.
And two, if you do pick a song, it can't have the word nation in the title because Zombie Nation and Seven Nation Army are already picked by every team in the Big Ten.
Okay, so that's the other thing too. We cannot use a song that other schools are already using.
Yeah, I mean the Big Ten. I think Seven Nation Army is like the Big Ten national anthem, I believe, and Zombie Nation is, of course, I want a song that we can all... I associate it with Louisville, but I know multiple schools use it.
I want a song that everybody will, like, sing along to, like Rocky
Country Roads?
Cool. Like, yes, like that. That's cool. Like, that's awesome.
I mean, Constant Sorrow. I mean, that mentioned Blue Moon over Kentucky.
Yes, but that's what I'm worried about, that we're going to pick something like that.
All of our Kentucky references are like bluegrass and circa 1920s and stuff.
I've given this a lot of thought before.
Nappy Roots?
And I like that My Old Kentucky Home by the Villbillies and Nappy Roots.
Yeah.
But you can't, because it's, you know what I mean? It's Louisville.
I once beat a member of Nappy Roots on Madden.
Nice.
I don't remember. He was on the same floor as my buddy at Western at the time. Telling me he was in a rap group. I just remember being like, okay, dude, cool.
Here's one text. Trevor, the same guy that said Milan was an overpay. Maybe if U of L didn't pay two bench guys and Knox and Alvaro, they could also get some of these players.
Two things. One, if Knox had gone to UK, he wouldn't be a bench guy. He'd be a superstar in your eyes.
He was going to go to Kentucky, and most Kentucky fans were like, nah.
Sure they were.
They weren't. That team that was coming in that year, and I went and saw him play at OT. He's gonna be fine at Louisville. He's gonna be good. But him coming in as a freshman, a lot of us were like, you cannot get me excited to watch him play at Kentucky this year.
And second, I didn't actually say you overpaid for Milan per se. I didn't actually use a name. I just said at this point in stage, if you want to associate that with Milan, that's fine. That's not. I didn't actually reference him particularly. And I don't know if you really overpaid for him, because I did like him, and I would have loved to Louisville have gotten him. So I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't be hating on him.
Another texter says it's a good thing the Kevin Ware accident didn't happen at Churchill Downs. We know how they are about broken legs there.
I mean, broken toe. You're next thing you know, you're the fifth grader's project putting foam white balls onto the clown nose.
South End Josh here. Trevor Kelsey popping up on my suggested friend request this morning was a banger start to my birthday.
Oh, well, first of all, happy birthday.
Yeah,
I mean, they say it's your birthday. So I guess on Facebook. So did he friend me on Facebook?
I guess so. Go ahead and accept it.
I accept all. I'm as easy as a prom date when it comes to friends on Facebook. I accept everything.
South End Josh also says 35 is going to be all right. No more Stoops, no more Mitch Barnhart and his minions ruining UK athletics. And if Pope stinks, then he's gone because our AD actually has a spine. Let's go. Pope isn't going to stink this year. They're going to be good. They're going to South End Josh. They're going to be fun to watch.
Enjoy that 35. Take it out for a stroll. Have fun with it.
35 is the year of South End Josh. Football is going to be good. Basketball is going to be good. Somebody said we should, this is actually Wisconsin guy, Carrico said we should use a Steely Dan song. My old school, maybe Reelin' in the Years.
No, I love Steely Dan. Steely Dan comes from an era when you could still be ugly and be a musician.
Yeah, you'd think that there'd be more of just whatever looking dudes with a guitar.
Well, I mean,
but how come everybody has to be?
Well, as Lester Bangs once said, beautiful people don't make good music.
Even Tyler Childers has like had a glow up, and I don't like it.
That's why I like. Have you ever looked at Steely Dan? Those guys. I mean, there's no way they're getting laid if they weren't in a band. Good music though, but in my
it's a good point. I pulled up a photo right now.
Yeah, you'll never see that in a band today. Like you have to. I mean, of course. I mean, you have starting with Milli Vanilli, who's lip syncing because they thought they were handsome. I didn't get it, but that's just me.
Did y'all see there's another text, Trevor? There's a lot of Louisville talk today. Did y'all see the Louisville basketball video yesterday of Chucky Hepburn lobbed to Flory? They had to bring him back to get an actual look because Shellstad isn't getting it done. Boom!
I love the backhanded kind of compliment right there a little bit. Yes. That was nice. I don't care. I just love seeing Chucky Hepburn. My next dog will be named Chucky.
Another text says, no chance Knox would start here, LOL. If he is at U of L, they have problems. Boom, roasted.
I mean, here's the thing. If we picked up Milan, he'd been coming off our bench, yet he's going to start for you. What's that say?
If you guys got any other Louisville roasts, Louisville burns that I can read to Trevor, send them in. 502-414-1450. We'll make this a Louisville hate day. Why not?
Feed off of it.
With Jacob Polachek not here, we can. Yeah, I know. It's fun. The rivalry is fun, Trevor. It's such an awesome part of sports.
The best part is I can talk back because I don't know if you noticed. You historians, you may not be. Who has the most recent national championship? And don't give me that vacay crap. Okay. Who won the last game? Oh, I'm okay. Who?
One. What, you all won
I'm just curious.
3 times.
I know
since,
you.
2008.
Hey, it's all about the present, baby. I know you ain't a janitor, but is that a broom in there with you? Because I'm pretty sure that's what we did last season.
Barely in football, though.
Hey, barely counts. If not, I'd still be a virgin.
We almost made that field goal.
Yeah, well, almost only counts in horses
almost
and
took
hand
the
grenades.
lead. Yeah, no, it's that's what makes the rivalry. The rivalry's a little bit more fun, Trevor, when it's not too one-sided as much as I want it to be.
For me, you try to probably being the Louisville guy in the first 6 years of KSR or KRC.
Oh I know.
It was just it was no argument. I had to defend guys who I knew in my heart weren't good, but I still had to do something to put up a fight. It was pathetic. Where TJ and them were just like punching down on me.
Yeah, well deserved.
Then they run off and send you to the Wolves once Louisville's good with me.
That is kind of messed up when you think about it. As soon as Louisville started figuring it out,
TJ, I know what you were
in basketball, they leave, and then I have to defend Mark Pope and their losses to. Look, they're going to win in Lexington this year. That's a guarantee.
We'll see.
I will guarantee you they win that game in Lexington.
A very, very fun gentleman's wager coming up in December between us.
Oh, I'm down. I'm way too confident.
Not fun.
I should be a little humble about it. But until it's one of those things. Like I couldn't legally drink the last time that Louisville beat Kentucky in Rupp Arena.
Were you drunk during that game though?
No, not really. I don't think so. I think I was watching it with family.
I don't think.
No, wait. This would have been. Yes, that's right. 2008.
You'd have been 20. You were in the late 20s, weren't you? At that
I
point?
was 18.
No, okay. My math is off.
It's all right. Somebody said Mark Pope has more tourney wins at UK than Louisville does in the last decade. Boom! Roasted. Patrick Murphy texts in. He says, Happy National Mascot Day. Kentucky's is the best. Boom! Roasted.
Oh, come on. I hate to say this, but even Louisville, we got to go WKU on that one. Big Red is the man.
Big Red?
Yeah, Big Red's the man.
Why aren't they a goat? I thought a Hilltopper was a goat.
Well, Hilltopper is just a thing, right? I don't think it's an actual. Is it actually a goat?
It's a goat.
Well, I thought it was like a Hoosier. It's like not an actual thing. It's because I mean, the Hoosiers mascot's a bison, which, by the way, I had to took Jack Grossman, God love him, like an hour to explain that one to me, make me understand it. He's an IU guy, but yeah, I don't think it's a goat. You have to look that one up.
Okay, I wanted to look it up. I thought somebody told me.
Maybe you were just thinking that Western is the goat.
Oh, is that what they meant?
Maybe that's what it was misconstrued. Yeah, you heard that at Murray. They were telling you how Western you should have gone to Western because they're the goat. Maybe that's where you were hearing it wrong.
Okay, maybe. Look it up.
Is Murray and Western rivals? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But Western refuses to play Murray most of the time.
Because when I was at Western, it was like Tennessee, not Tennessee State. What's Middle Tennessee and East EKU were the big rivals. They were like the two teams we're supposed to hate. When I was taught that down there.
Yeah. I mean, Western looked at themselves as if they were just so much better than Murray State. But then whenever we play in basketball, especially when the game was at Murray would win. Here's a text in the Gameday Men's Health text line. It's actually a photo they sent us of the recent national champions in college basketball, and they just wanted to point out that there's an asterisk next to the Louisville one. That's interesting.
I mean, halfway through that sentence, I was like, I know what I'm gonna get from saying this. I should, and that's why I knew it. That was one of those moments where my brain should have been like, dude.
Somebody said,
stop moving.
Don't know how anyone can be a Louisville fan. How much prostitution, embezzlement, bribery would it take to get off that wagon? Would murder do it? I don't know. I think for a lot of people, you just described why they want to be Louisville fans.
Okay. Give me that list again of what could be
prostitution, embezzlement, bribery, 15 seconds of shame. How long? What would it take?
I mean, personally, it sounds like my bachelor party, but I mean, that sounds like a fun weekend if you ask me, Texer. And if you say you won't be wanting to be invited, then you're lying.
Somebody said, "What happened to Scoots?" He made his own decision, isn't that right?
Kind of. I mean, he is. I talked to him last night. He's excited because Rashawn was shocked I'd never seen a Harry Potter movie. Yesterday,
you haven't seen a Harry Potter movie? Are you watching the show? They put out a show.
Well, as of this time yesterday, I had not, and he was kind of also surprised because it wasn't until I was dating a girl who was into Harry Potter, and we went and saw. I think it was the third one in theaters. I don't remember. And at that point, I had no idea it was even a book. Like I had never heard of the movies. I'd never heard of the book.
What?
Listen, those things came out when I was like 18.
But they were everywhere.
You know where they weren't? Where I was trying to find alcohol, drugs, and women who were easy. Those were the things I was looking for at that point in time. Like a kid's book about wizardry is unless that wand makes her like me more. I had no interest in that book.
I think they did have spells that were like that in the book.
Then maybe
it's also like you have to.
It baffles me how big it was and how ignorant I was to not knowing it was even around. But the point is that so I was talking to Scooch yesterday, and Rashawn convinced me to actually give the movies a shot. So I watched the first one last night for the first time. It was okay. I'll save my review for a tease for those that want to listen.
Which one did you watch?
The very first movie.
I'll
watch them in order. So I watched the very first movie last night.
All right, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk. Let's do this. You're gonna watch the next one tomorrow.
Yeah, if it was that good, I would have watched it back to back. But then again, it was also by the time it finished, it was. I think Argentina was in like the second half, and I kind of wanted to focus more on that at that point because I had it on mute during the movie. And then I ended up watching a really good documentary on the movie Kids, so I went to bed. So I will watch the second one tonight, probably.
All right. Well, the
second one, I don't know what it's called.
The thing about these movies and books is that what's it called when you watch a movie and it's like suspension of disbelief or something like that? Ooh. Suspending belief.
Well, I think that should be the case in any movie. I know
really
it
should,
but I'm watching a documentary.
That's like you have to set aside critical thinking and real world logic so that you can just enjoy the narrative.
Well,
the plot holes in these stories are very significant. Like, for instance, and I don't want to spoil this for anyone, in one of them, there's a time machine.
Okay, well, it's a movie about...
And they don't use it.
I think
they only use it in the one movie. And when it could solve all of their problems in all the other movies.
No spoilers now. I mean, listen, I think going into a movie that I know is based on like wizards and spells and flying brooms that I can disbelieve reality going into this.
Yeah.
Now, there were questions I had to text Scoots during. Because Scoots, if you don't know, is a diehard like Harry Potter guy. Like he loves Harry Potter. He's never seen Star Wars, but he loves Harry Potter. And so I had to text him like initially, like 2 minutes in the movie, I had a text question. I was like, why are they kidnapping this baby to leave him on a doorstep? Like, how bad are his parents? Like, because then, like, I'm seeing how bad his aunt and uncle are treating him. I'm like, his parents come in that bad, right, Scoots? I mean,
yeah. Also,
kidnapped.
Why do his aunt and uncle want him to stay with them?
Well, he is family technically. I mean,
but they hate him.
And if you've never seen the first one, this is a spoiler. But it kind of bugged me. I was like, at the end, the stone's in his pocket, and I'm like, was it in his pocket the whole time? Because I thought he was just happy to see Emma Watson. Okay. And I had no idea. I was like, so it was in his pocket the whole movie?
There's also a ton of red herrings in it that just set up for a reveal at the end that actually doesn't make sense.
Well, the whole movie is foreshadowing to what they go through once they get past the dog. I mean, it's obvious.
And they're good, though. I'm not hating it. Like, they're good. You just have to, like, not follow any logic.
I've been told
to enjoy it.
As it gets to the third one, they get older. I'm having people tell me I'll appreciate it more because it did feel like I was watching Spy Kids a little bit. Like
like a children's thing.
A kids movie. Yeah, I mean,
because it was.
And like I don't know, like I'm trying to explain it. It's like I didn't think it was a bad movie. I thought it was cute, maybe, but okay. I'll give you if you want to know what my ratings for it. I will
Go ahead.
be out. No, I'm saving it for Rashawn.
Okay.
He might be listening. I want him to go in fresh like Frank Costanza in the helicopter.
All right. Well, then when you after you share them with Rashawn, you can let me know.
I'll text you. And I didn't want to watch the second one tonight. And maybe, well, I do have AEW tonight. I can squeeze it in. They're 2.5 hours long, though.
Somebody said Louisville has more prostitutes linked to the program than NBA players. Boom, roasted.
First of all, jealous. I mean, second, because you call them we call them prostitutes. You call them booster club, sorority, whatever.
Peak, all your plot holes are answered in the books. Time turners are illegal and controlled by the Ministry of Magic officials. Dumbledore just had one on loan from the ministry. You also cannot mess with time too much because it will disrupt reality, and this is understood by everyone.
If I was paying attention, I'd be mad at spoilers.
Yeah, you won't remember this.
I probably won't. And the only thing I remember about Harry Potter till before watching it was an episode of Big Bang that was so basically the whole plot line was spoilers about Harry Potter. And I don't really remember those either.
I'm really enjoying the roast of Louisville that we're getting in the Game Day Men's Health text line. Continue to send those in. Also, the Big X Sports Radio golf cart is by far the best deal in the game. You can play Park Mammoth, Old Capitol, Elk Run, Valley View, Wooded View, and Christmas Lake in Santa Claus, Indiana. The card is valued at over $350, but you can purchase yours today for just $149.
How much?
It's a $201 difference.
Good. How are we making money on that?
I don't know.
What are you doing,
I
dude?
assume that they're still doing these. I know that supplies that they'd almost ran out, but I heard the ad in one of the commercial breaks, so I was like, well, I'll read it.
I think there's like a handful left. Yeah, I mean, Father's Day coming up. You got to get, you don't have to do Father's Day. If you're a lady out there, or even maybe the wife likes the golf, obviously. It doesn't have to be, we're gender biased here. Get the gift. Buy it for your wife because you're going to screw up and do something wrong here down the road. And you might as well get ahead of it and buy her that gift so she'll love you, even though when she finds out you were with her sister.
Tanner.
Because that's how much that gift, you want to know how great that gift card is? It makes up for sibling fidelity. That's how much that card is awesome.
There you go. Tanner Brown. Did you see the breaking news? This is from Patrick Murphy. I went ahead and checked.
Who picked up downtown Tanner Brown, baby?
That's the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, Roman.
So he is an NFL
Roman's team
player.
That they had just cut Will Lutz, I believe, right? I think a kicker from Georgia State who was a decent kicker. I think he had some injuries though, so it's interesting.
So there's several guys actually from the Louisville Kings that are now getting NFL looks. Yep. So that's awesome.
None of the Dolphins though.
No, I mean whatever. My wife was like, I hope they're good this year. I'd like to go to another game, and I'm like, they're not. That's not why we watch the Dolphins. We don't watch them with hopes of them winning anything. Okay, it's just to fill a few hours on a Sunday, win or lose. The time goes by nonetheless.
I think I told you the first game I ever went to in Philadelphia was against the Dolphins.
And who won?
Oh, the Dolphins.
What? That crazy.
Was it 08? It was the Eagles had Mark Sanchez as quarterback.
08. Oh yeah, 07 was the 1-15 season.
Yeah, it was. No, it was after that.
The year after. Okay.
I went with Renshaw because he's a big Dolphin.
And then it
might have been 2010 even.
I think 08 wasn't that the year the Dolphins actually figured some stuff out with Tony Sperano and they were running the Wildcat?
They beat us. I mean, we had a down year that year, I remember. So, and all I remember is Mark Sanchez was our quarterback. I've seen Philadelphia play, I think, like 8 times, and they've had a different QB starting each game almost.
Did you see I'm sorry, this is Patrick Murphy said Lexington probably has faster construction than Louisville. Did you see the can openers up to 19 victims now?
I did hear the song you posted too, which I liked.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
I forwarded that to a few people. I liked it so much. Yeah, that was amusing.
That was neat.
But yeah, I mean,
19.
We've got to figure something out, right?
How is it that it's still happening?
I mean, at some point, can we not just close that road?
You might, like, seriously. I don't know. I don't get how there's not people.
Here's
directing. Like, any time a semi comes down here, they cannot go this way.
Here's an idea.
Just put a sign up.
Well,
your semi will get its roof taken off if they come through here.
They don't care. The signs clearly are making. I have an idea.
But the sign's too generic. I guess I need to go drive that route and see what the signs say.
I have an idea, Steve. You ready for this?
Okay, let's hear it.
Apparently, the engineering in me is the idea of either raising the bridge itself or lowering the ground, according to Texas, is stupid, air quote. and not possible. I don't know why, but that's not an engineer. So how about we do this? Right before you like turn onto the road, like to where it's there's no turning back, as the song would say. We put up like a fake version of it that's gonna scrape your truck and be like, listen, hey, that's gonna happen down there, but that time you're not getting
right.
And like give them a. It's kind of like where you gotta the kids gotta learn that the stove is hot by touching it instead of being warned. Clearly, the warnings are not being heeded by.
And I almost wonder if the verbiage isn't.
Well, how can you verb it any more than like other than if you keep driving, your truck will die?
Did they say that, or is it like no semis? Or they don't be like, okay, it's fine.
I'm not a sound. Do you not know if you're a semi? No. I mean,
I don't know. All right, hey, we got to take our final break, right?
Yeah. All
right, let's go ahead and do that. We come back. Hey, it's Weird Wednesday. It used to be, at least. Let's get weird. I got some stuff I want to talk about. You want to talk about? You want to go into some? You want the show to get a little weird?
If it gets weirder than this, we may be in trouble with the FCC.
Well, we'll find out if we get in trouble. We come back. Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio.
Met the devil in Seattle. Spent 9 months inside the lion's den. Met Booty yet another time. universal heart flowing, flowing all around you.
I said we weren't going to make the SC mad, but this has
So
windmills.
that is the acoustic version, which is
I'm
good.
glad I went with because I love acoustic.
I do too, but I'm telling the one with the full instruments, that one hits. Like it's great. We'll play it some other time. But
I hate the song "Pardon Me," the regular version, but the acoustic version I love.
I like both versions, but I like the I do like the one with the saxophone and the that album is great. I'm telling it you can get through. It's like 9 songs, I think. You can get through the album pretty quick.
I like the song.
It's great.
There was I used to have XM radio, and I got rid of it, but not because it became an XSP, but
sure.
But they had a really cool music channel in there that was like it was called acoustic grunge, and it was like I don't want to say 90s because there was some like Foo Fighters on there, even though they were I guess late 90s in a way. But it was all like acoustic versions of like grunge songs. And I loved it, but then also if you listen to it long enough, you just know that there was only like 3 or 4 hours worth of songs, and they just keep repeating them over and over. So you eventually would hear everyone way too much. But
that's how but
it was a great channel. Like because I love like hearing. Like I'm not a big Foo Fighters guy, but like some of their songs, like when you hear it acoustically, it bangs. Like there's a Sublime acoustic album I have, which is one of my favorites.
My favorite Bruce Springsteen album is Nebraska. Well, it's one of my favorites.
Good movie too, by the way.
Nebraska? Yeah.
Decent movie, yeah.
Wait, the movie about Nebraska?
No, I don't think the movie's about Bruce Stearns.
Have you seen that? That movie came out this year. It was pretty good. Showed like where he got his inspiration to write it. It's a very dark album. He went from having a song that he was like #1 with Hungry Heart, his only #1.
I remember him, yeah.
And so people thought he's a new pop star, and then he goes out to Colt Neck, New Jersey, and he writes this album that is very dark and depressing. If you remember the 80s, like the late 80s were that was kind of the feeling that a lot of people had. Murders were at all-time high.
Well, there was certain areas, especially like cities like New York, were very down, and other places.
That's when people started to lose their jobs, the manufacturing jobs that paid so well, and so we were kind of hitting a slide there. And that album probably is the reason that Bruce Springsteen became what he is today, because it showed his versatility also. But anyway, I thought it's an acoustic album is what I was getting at.
I thought he was huge with days because he put his butt on the cover of an album.
That was the one he did right after Nebraska.
Born in USA. Born in USA.
So he knew that like he was getting ready to become famous. He'd already wrote a few songs for like Born in the USA, and he knew that this thing's probably going to take off, and he didn't really know how to reconcile that with everything else and like leaving his past behind and his family behind. And
I know
it's a good album.
You're a big Springsteen guy, so I feel like I can ask you this question without getting like a mainstream answer, but maybe it is.
Sure.
What is your favorite Bruce Springsteen? Because I feel like if I ask you, I'm going to get a B-side.
It kind of depends on what mood I'm in. The great thing about his discography is that you can find something that's relating to what you're going through right then. So like I like Jungle Land sometimes, but I think the song that really I listen to the most is Land of Hope and Dreams.
See, I knew I wasn't probably gonna know your title.
That one's
because you're big. I mean, if you ask me that like about being like a Sublime or Pink Floyd, I'll probably give you kind of a similar answer because you are a fan and you're not gonna. Because to me, I come up as fan. I would have to say it would be I do love the "I'm on Fire" song. I always did love that one, but his Tom Waits rendition of "Jersey Girl" live, I really like. And also the song he did off the movie The Wrestler, I was always a big fan of.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know. It's like, have you ever seen a 3-legged dog? Then you see me. You've seen me. I love the movie so much, and then so it kind of bleeds into me loving the song.
That's awesome. We'll have a Springsteen day on here.
Yeah, I'll play that song on there. I mean, there's so many songs he's done. I can imagine even a big fan maybe not know that a song he did for a movie, unless it's Philadelphia.
Do you? He did do that one.
Everyone knows that song. I mean, come on,
yeah. So, Trevor, but you remember? Was it last week? I think, or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about Ghost, right?
Probably.
So when I forgot, there's a ghost story that it's the one ghost story that's still kind of like I don't really believe in that, but this story is weird. I had a neighbor. His name was Bill, and he always wore red flannel shirts. And he was kind of an older curmudgeon guy. He got really upset when we made a football field out of chalk in the street because part of it went up near his yard.
So it didn't go in his yard though, right?
No, it was just we were just doing chalk, on the street. But the street was right in front of his house.
That's a neighbor you put a dog of poop and bag and burn it.
So he
in front of his house.
He was very protective of his house. He didn't like that I'd hit baseballs or like wiffle balls over into his yard and had to hop the fence. I don't think he liked that. Anyway, when he passed away, new people moved in, and
now I feel bad. I was making fun of him.
Well, I mean, everybody dies. I think.
That's what they do. People get old. Blue's old. Old people die.
So he passes away.
Okay.
New people move in.
Yeah.
They have a son. And one day the mom is talking to my mom and she says, "Did Bill ever wear like a red flannel shirt?" Well, because our son says he keeps seeing some old man in a red flannel shirt in the house.
The son has been drinking bleach, maybe.
And that's the first time, and maybe not the first, but I'd say like that's the one story that I'm like, I have trouble explaining that. Like, did our son find a photo of Bill in there and then thought, oh, well, that, like, and then got it in his head and then has a vivid imagination? I had a vivid imagination. And so I'm reading, last night, I go on the back porch, I look at that house, which is next door to us, and I see a light on, and it had me thinking, like, oh, man, like, Bill, his ghost could still be in there. Like, are they still dealing with that? And I had this journal. And so November 13th, 1998, my journal when I was 8 years old.
I love how you kept a journal.
Well, it's because we had to for school.
Oh, okay. This wasn't just like you being a teenage girl.
No. This is when I was getting. We weren't getting grades on it. We were getting check marks and great story. But this is what I wrote. I said, today I was outside and I was afraid because I was dreaming that my backyard was a graveyard and that Bill was coming outside with yellow eyes twirling around. And I found out, and he told me that it is okay to be scared.
Okay.
I just like, well, it's weird that I was like having those kind of thoughts, and I had a very vivid imagination when I was a kid. I would lay in my bed at night, and I would hear voices coming from the kitchen, and I could hear full conversations. I didn't really know what they were saying, but I could hear them, and it would keep me up at night.
You don't think your dad was just getting a midnight snack?
No, because like my door was open. My parents' room was across the hall. There was nobody out there, and I'm hearing people talk in the kitchen.
Did you ask, is there anybody out there?
I explored some. I really wasn't supposed to get out of my room, but yesterday I'm sitting in the room that I used to sleep in.
Have you thought about throwing a wiffle ball into your neighbor's yard and see what happens?
Yeah.
or going out to the front yard, going another the street and doing chalk and see what happens.
But I know that was my imagination.
Probably.
I know that it was. And so like I would get, even at a really young age, I would get super lost in my head. And when I was 11, Trevor, I remember it was the day before a birthday party, and I was like so excited because I was having friends over, and we were going to have a basketball tournament. We were going to play PlayStation. Like, it was going to be awesome. It was going to be like 10 of my friends.
Sounds like fun, actually.
And at 11, I couldn't fall asleep because I was so excited, and my head just started traveling down this path that I didn't like. It was like thinking on its own, and it felt like, well, it got to a point where my brain told me none of that matters. Like, this is going to be over with so fast. You're not even going to, you're barely going to experience it, and everyone you love and know is going to die. And I remember like sitting in there,
went dark quick,
having this existential crisis at 11, and it was this feeling of like all the fun and joy being sucked out of me, and I didn't understand it or really know like how to cope with it. And I get that feeling. I've had it. I deal with it, not every day, but it pops up in random moments when I think like everything's going well. This feeling will just consume me, and everything that I'm excited about suddenly feels meaningless. And so, like,
hey, hold on. I'll be right there. I'm gonna come give you a hug.
no, it's not like that. It's not like that.
Okay.
I learned later. I know what depression is, and I know what anxiety is. I was a very nervous and anxiety-filled kid, and
I think most kids are.
Yeah.
I don't think that's uncommon.
yeah, for sure. And so, like, my parents took me to therapy. We did all that. I noticed that I've done this show.
It's kind of puberty. But yeah.
I've done this show, and I've never really let people know who I am or let them know anything about me other than I'm a Kentucky fan. So I thought as I was going through some of my stuff yesterday, I was like, well, Jacob's not coming in. Let's talk to Trevor. I'll let him know a little bit about who I am, and it's stuff that I don't really share with people too much.
I have no problem with that. I love getting to know people. I'm a curious mind. I like to ask questions, mainly because my life is so boring. I have to vicariously live through everyone else. And that's okay. I was with you. I had a very wild imagination too. Now, only being 10 years older, a different era. You had less things entertain you, so imagination was kind of required until I got my Nintendo at 8 and Game Boy at 9. Then imagination was killed off, like JR in Dallas. But it's kind of weird. Like I know a lot of people say you don't remember your dreams.
Oh, I do.
I remember.
A lot of them.
Now, some of them you can remember. I've actually vividly remembered 2 dreams I had when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. I don't remember how old I was exactly, but I know I was like pre-10. And both were nightmares. Both involved vampires, which may be why I don't really get into the whole horror scene, possibly. One was involving me at a Toys R Us that was haunted by vampires. I'm sure there was a coincidence somehow linked there, as I used to love going to Toys R Us as a kid. But yeah, I can still, I'm not going to bore you or anyone else with the details, but I can still specifically remember both dreams almost vividly. And I mean, we're talking almost 40 years removed from them. Now, that said, I can't remember all the dreams I had this week, which really sucks because some of those were really good ones, like not nightmare related. And I'd love to remember those, but then again, I could just go to X videos and watch them. But that's not
okay.
I mean,
the point that I'm kind of getting at is that there's something that's like been a part of me that
you think it's
no,
Bill?
I don't. I'm saying that like that. I found that interesting.
You?
I found that interesting that I kept this journal. There's other stuff in here that I could see like what the kid was kind of going through.
Okay.
And so that's what made it kind of interesting being at my old childhood home yesterday and spending some time going through like old videos that I did and old writing. Like I have like poems that I wrote and stories I started and never finished, but I was reading through them and I'm like, there was a time when, like, I didn't know how to cope with all of this. So it came out as like anger and frustration and
again, that's called adolescence.
My grades would slip. Yeah, yes, there was. It is a lot of that.
Puberty, yeah, that can happen to a guy.
And I think too, like being a kid, I was not diagnosed with ADHD until I was 25, and so I screwed up a lot. Like I'd forget things, miss assignments, and just carry this feeling of like being a failure through a lot of my adult life because of mistakes I made when I was a kid that I thought that really weren't that big of a deal, but I thought they were. And I found a lot of this interesting to kind of go back and like re-examine some of it because I'm still dealing with it at 36. I thought about when I was sitting in my room.
Want that hug?
No, I'm good. I promise. I was sitting in that room and I was thinking about how like I was looking forward to something when I was 11 and how it felt like it got taken away and how because I thought it was going to be over with anyway and I thought, damn, it has been 25 years. It fast forwarded so fast.
It'll do that.
Yeah, and
what did you want at 11 that was so bad?
Well, I see. Nothing was really that bad. I think that was the interesting thing.
That was 2001. Did you want to go see Harry Potter that bad?
My teachers, when they met with my family, blamed it on 9/11. But a lot of the stuff, depression and anxiety and ADHD, start to also show symptoms. Like if you they start to really manifest themselves at between ages like 9 to 12.
Who was your teacher, George Bush?
Yeah.
Blame that on.
Blame it on 9/11.
Vividly remember that day.
But like I had a good childhood. Like I loved Kentucky basketball. I made movies. I had people who loved me, and that's the part of why it's like so confusing. It's why I like spend a lot of my adult life like talking to professionals to try to figure it out. Like what I would look at my life thinking like, what do I have to be this upset about?
Well, to be fair, since 2000, the Dolphins have sucked.
That's true, and
they've been really bad.
Yes, that could be a lot of it. And I should be happy. And I am most of the time. And, Trevor, I come in, I do the show. I feel like so many times I come in and I'm just like pretending. I'm like acting to show enthusiasm into the microphone, to be like excited. But there are days I come in here and like I go, are we making a bigger deal out of this whole life thing? Is it really that serious? Is it that important?
A little deep for KRC.
Yeah,
okay.
I thought about that during the break. I was like, you know what? I can't do what Nick Roush and TJ did.
You know what?
I don't know how to do that. So I've been trying to come in here and fake it. And I just thought, you know what? Screw that. Like I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna talk like I talk. And if people don't like it, then summer radio. I can't dissect the roster for another 2 months.
You are lucky, SOB, because you know why? There are two things about me you don't know.
Yes.
One of the few classes I actually got a passing grade with my last year at Wagner was psychology. Shout out to Mr.
Perfect.
James. And two, I love the movie One That Flew the Cuckoo's Nest. Maybe top 5 all time.
Nice.
So you're in the right hands. I amateur maybe, but I think I can help you. I can get you. You got a problem? You call Trevor. Trust me. Like Lester Bangs once said, I'm up all night. I got nothing to do. I'm just sitting at home. You give me a call. I got your back, buddy.
I think that
I'll come over to the parents' house.
I look. Therapy is expensive.
I'll do it for free.
That's what I'm hoping for, Trevor. I actually thought about that last night. I was like, you know what? Talking about this stuff with Trevor would actually be pretty interesting.
Bring it.
And like, I honestly,
and
when I think about
mom
people,
too, by the way.
like I have that feeling, and it's fleeting. And I know there are people out there that it's not fleeting, and they feel it a little bit more consistently. And I feel for them because I don't know how they do it.
I think as a diehard sports fan, you're going through a little summer lull.
It's I had one of my therapists I saw over the years. He said I get more people come in here talking about seasonal affective disorder in the summer in this state than anywhere else because you guys care so much about basketball.
And as a baseball fan, I know you are, but you're a Cubs fan. I mean, there's reasons not to be happy during the baseball season.
They're doing okay. We're working on it.
They're few and far between. But, and so I listen, I get it. I mean, listen, trust me. Look, if anybody knows about imaginations about being at home, it's by themselves. It's me. Okay, I can come up with them.
That's really what this stems from. Like being in that house alone
by
myself was, and then like kind of thinking about my childhood brought a lot of this stuff back, and a lot of the why did I feel like that? Why did I feel like I couldn't, like as a kid I couldn't accept that I
think you missed the wife too.
There's
aren't you newly? I mean, you haven't been married long, right? Then you just get
September.
Okay, so yeah, and this was probably the first time since y'all been married that you were maybe apart.
Oh no, because I go on all these road trips.
Well, that's true.
She has these. This is like her third or fourth business conference this year.
But
no, there's that, and
you combine the separation with being at home.
Yes, and
it's like George Clooney said to Danny McBride in Up in the Air. Life's better with a co-pilot.
I
think that's what it is. You just kind of let your imagination run wild. Maybe the vape can do that, and because you never know. That's the problem with those is you never know at what point it just keeps coming and coming. Next thing you know, you're sitting through commercials on something you DVR'd.
Wait, did the Congo just tie Portugal?
Congo?
No way.
Ooh, bad movie, but great country, I think. Can I get a goal?
1-1 and halftime.
Do you want to hear my
goal from Yone Wisa?
Oh, you can do better than that.
The 50th minute. Yeah, I can't.
Oh, you can't? Oh, come on. You want to time me?
We're
going to end the show on a 30-second goal?
What's that?
You think I can go 30 seconds?
Do 15. We'll do half of it.
Okay, you're at a time.
Go.
Okay. Go!
Boom!
Go.
1-1 at the break. Congo and
Look at those
Portugal.
lungs.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring everybody down or anything. I know people are being very nice. I'm not doing this. I'm fine. I'm okay. I think what it did was
Yeah, people can say, go give him that hug, Trevor. Come on.
No, it's just like I said, just being in there and because when it hits me, when that feeling hits me, it's exhausting. So I don't know how other people do it, and so like I said, like this is stuff that like I've been dealing with since I was a kid, and I just thought too, like if I'm gonna keep doing this show, I want people to know more about me. I want people to know about who I am, and
I'm an open book. Why can't you be?
Yeah, and I think I've been coming on here and sort of acting because I think I'm like I guess I think I know what people want to hear and not necessarily me speaking honestly about some stuff, and I think that could make the show a little more interesting to kind of open up a little bit and be more.
A couple years, it'll make anybody feel better about themselves. Well, except for my roommate during a couple years ago. He's in prison, but that's no here nor there. I do that.
We got a
that was
YouTube
one of my
video
favorite
sent to us in the Gameday Men's Health text line. What's this one? Zach Bryan. Someday on my mind. I'll listen to that.
The only Zach Bryan song I know.
My mom said, "Do we need to get someone else to stay with Lucky?"
Bro, the dog's name is Lucky. The irony in that.
My mom also said, "No imagination. We still hear voices."
Did they leave the TV on?
No, that Scooby Doo house, man. I think that's what it is. That spooky ass house. Like I thought I saw ghosts there when I was a kid. Like I would see and then you're like, okay, that's just a kid's imagination. You're not really seeing.
I'm not a
or
ghost
hearing
guy,
things, but my mom says they still hear voices there.
TJ's a big ghost guy, and the house he lived in before he lives in one now, he bought it, and there was some website you could go look up like the history of a house, and you paid for it. So me being the punk I am, I paid for it, but lied to him what the report said, and told him that like Marsha Grossman had been like murdered there brutally, and her rumors are her ghost still haunts. And he's like he's freaking out. And he believes me because I sent him a receipt from this website, but don't show him the report. And eventually he figured it out that I was lying to him. But it was a fun, 15 minutes or so, I guess, that I had him going.
I do love ghost stories, whether I believe in them or not. That'll be our show. And I think, Trevor, what I want to do with this going forward, I mean, there's going to be some more basketball talk to get through. We're going to see if Kentucky gets this guy from Serbia, but yeah. I think we can spend a segment every show just kind of opening up about some stuff and talking about maybe some heavier topics if we want to. I feel weird about this show a little bit in that why I'm even here. And I felt like I thought about it last night and I was like, if I'm actually going to do this, if I'm going to do this all the way through to September, it is mostly going to be you and I, then let's talk about some stuff. Like I said, therapy is expensive, and they pay me to do this. So, we can kill two birds with one stone, Trevor. That's what I'm thinking.
And Miss Peak, don't worry. I'm bringing Khaleesi over to the house to play date with Lucky, and I'll hang out with Steven. I got him.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I can't promise what I may do in that UK bathroom, looking around that place.
Oh, yeah.
I will. I'll come by.
That's awesome. All right, guys. This is we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a weird show, and Trevor, I'll talk to you about it. I got to go to Lexington. I got to cover the first media opportunity with the new players at 1 o'clock.
I got to go. Sorry.
So we'll talk about that tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow. Trivia tomorrow as well. We'll be back noon tomorrow. We'll see you then. Thanks for listening to Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio.
We had a great show. Oh, what a blast. Laughs came quick. The time flew fast. Roll Call family.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk. The Big X. AM 1450 and 96.1 FM. WXVW.